Do you like seafood?
Yes, I do like seafood.
Do your parents put pesticides on your lawn?
Yeah, they do every now and then.
What about fertilizer?
Yeah.
How many pounds of pesticides do you think were applied by homeowners in Maine in 2007?
Probably about 10.
A little higher than that.
Like 20.
Actually 6.2 million.
Oh my god.
This is a map showing the Biddeford Open Space Plan, seeking ways to protect open space benefiting current and future Biddeford citizens. More than half of the town borders water, either the Saco River or Atlantic Ocean, so almost everyone can impact aquatic or marine ecosystems. This urban area contains prime conditions for runoff over paved roads and parking lots, which can cause pollutants to enter the river and flow downstream into the bay and ocean. There are 4 main sources of water pollution: residential areas, urban areas, agricultural areas, and wastewater treatment plants. Nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus from fertilizers used on farms or lawns run off into the water, feeding phytoplankton and algae, which can grow like crazy, forming eutrophication or algal blooms. Algal blooms can produce toxins, causing beach closures, or can poison commercial seafood. Also, when algae dies, it sinks to the bottom, decreasing dissolved oxygen, which other marine organisms need to survive. Other chemical pollutants from urban areas, such as oil or pesticides and herbicides from agricultural and residential areas, can also run off into the water, negatively affecting marine life.
So what chemicals are we talking about? What is actually being introduced to the water that would not be there already? Glyphosate, a non-selective herbicide commonly found in household weed and grass killers. It has a long life in ocean, persisting up to 315 days. Non-selective means that it would kill anything not genetically repellent to it. Methoprene is a common insecticide used by towns for mosquito control. It acts as an insect growth regulator, preventing normal molting, egg laying, egg hatching, and development. It is highly toxic to crustaceans such as lobsters and shrimp. Lambda-cyhalothrin and its sister compound gamma-cyhalothrin are common active ingredients in household insect killers. They disrupt nervous systems, causing paralysis or death in insects. They've been found to be highly toxic to animals. All these ingredients have potential of bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Bioaccumulation is the increase in concentration of a contaminant within a trophic level or a species. Biomagnification is the increase in concentration of a contaminant across trophic levels or across different species. Increasing levels of contaminants like pesticides and herbicides increase their potential toxicity to organisms higher up the food chain. Humans, at the top of the food chain, eat things like salmon, swordfish, and lobster, which put them at great risk to toxicity. Fertilizers contain nutrients that feed grass. These nutrients are typically nitrogen and phosphorus. An abundance of nitrogen or phosphorus facilitates rapid growth in photosynthetic organisms. Fertilizers make our lawns greener, but not all the fertilizer used stays on the lawn. Due to runoff, much of the nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus, find their way into aquatic systems. Once introduced to aquatic environments, phytoplankton take advantage and multiply at an immense rate. This is shown in the figure. The influx of phytoplankton creates areas in the water completely depleted of oxygen. These areas are known as dead zones. When the phytoplankton bloom, an increasing amount of phytoplankton die. The dying phytoplankton decompose, and this process of decomposition uses oxygen. This consumption of oxygen through decomposition uses more oxygen than is replaced, and eventually all oxygen is depleted and the area becomes a biological desert.
Lobsters brought in $480 million in 2014 for the state of Maine and supports nearly 12,000 jobs for lobstermen and their sternmen. Although lobsters represent almost 78% of Maine's seafood economy by value, the remaining shellfish have brought in over $30 million and nearly $72 million in sales and exports just in 2014. The shellfish industry supports nearly 2,000 jobs for harvesters and countless more in restaurant and shipping businesses. Beach closures and algal blooms have the largest economic impacts in shellfish harvests. In 2006, the state of Maine lost nearly $7 million in harvester income and over $14 million in sales and exports due to harmful algal blooms and flooding, which is caused by excess nutrients in the form of fertilizers. This loss affects businesses that sell gear to shellfish harvesters and restaurant owners who rely on seafood. If more and more pesticides and herbicides are released into our rivers each year, Lobster stocks may also be significantly reduced, and harvests could be affected. This puts a strain on an already unstable economy.
The City of Biddeford has taken a strong approach to improving yard care maintenance with the creation of the Yard Smart program. With everyone's help, we can improve the watersheds around our community by decreasing lawn chemical runoff. The Conservation Commission has created several tools to help everyone with lawns and gardens create a greener community. These tools include a list of questions to ask your yard care professional, guidelines to improve sustainable lawn maintenance, and a pledge to help people commit to improving our community. These tools can be found on the Biddeford City website under the Conservation Commission section. With the support of all lawn and garden owners, we can make our community a greener community.